Hello and welcome to Odds on League and Match Day 14. We enjoyed the derby, another derby in the Côte d'Azur with Marseille coming back against Monaco and the surprising result in Paris. Alain Valnegri, hello, how are you?
Hello, yes, fine. Yes, in Paris, one of the biggest surprise from the beginning of the season with Nantes in crisis, able to catch a draw in Paris. Now we can start to asking about the atmosphere in the vestiary in Paris, because we saw a lot of difficulties in Champions, now in Ligue 1. He's lucky, Paris, because at the end Monaco lose in Marseille and they're still with 7-point advantage. But yes, there are problem, and Marseille finally won a game at home. We hope the continuity in Saint-Etienne.
Exactly. I will ask you later on about PSG and if there are people getting nervous with so many defeats, especially in the Champions League, because of course the margin is really big in Ligue 1. So stay with us, of course, press the like, subscribe. Let's go on now with the show. And this new match day in Ligue 1 starts on Friday. We have two games with him involved in the Champions League. First one, Lille, Brest, of course, both playing in the Champions League, with Lille dropping points in Montpellier. We expected them to win, and they took the lead twice with Jonathan David, but they couldn't win after the great result again in the Champions League. Still doing a great season, 9 games without defeat for Brest. Alain, it was a key win also at home against Strasbourg, because they were not having a good streak in Ligue 1, and now they can be more calm, having far away the relegation spots.
Yes, Lille killed our ACCA the last weekend with the draw in Montpellier, but it's 13 games without defeat. The last defeat of Lille was in Lisbon against Sporting at the middle of September. Brilliant streak with the 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲 boys. Finally, this week Lille can have some rest. One week is a very good news, because the intensity was really high for the team. But 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲 managed really well the turnover, and Lille have a special striker like Jonathan David. Yesterday they lose 2 points against Montpellier. Is clear. They received 2 goals in the extra time in the first half, at the end of the game. That one is concentration, management of the results. But I am not worried for Lille, and I am more worried with Brest. The last 3 games away, we saw some limit. Average of goal received 3 goals per game, 9 goals in Barcelona, in Monaco, and in Montpellier, and now in Lille. The risk is really high to suffer another defeat. In my opinion, Lille is really superior in respect to Brest. The odds are interesting, especially when we know the strengthness about Lille when they played at home. Only a defeat against PSG this season, and I see Lille winning, odds 1.73.
Okay, good odds indeed to back Lille, doing a great season, 9 games without a defeat right now. And on Friday also we have Auxerre PSG. PSG, of course, focus in the Champions League after the defeat against Bayern Munich, but they dropped points against Nantes. It was the highest percentage of ball possession. But as an Spaniard and with Luis Enrique on the bench, Alain, we know that this doesn't mean to win games, and they drop points with Nantes. Auxerre lost in Toulouse, but at home, be careful. They are a very good team, all wins except 1 defeat playing at home.
Yes, against Monaco. It's the second best team when they played at home. with 15 points in 6 games, Auxerre. Now, yesterday, no, 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲. Yes, he's a very good team when they played at home. He's the second best team in Ligue 1 when they played at home. 15 points in 6 games. Only the defeat against Monaco. Against Toulouse, we saw the worst version about Auxerre, a team really weak, without ambition. Toulouse was really dominant against this Auxerre. 𝗵𝐿𝐴 normally don't fall 2 games consecutive. The difficulty is really high because now with Paris Saint-Germain, an upset Paris Saint-Germain, they had a week rest. Is probably the first moment to play against Paris Saint-Germain. In spite of that, I think Auxerre is able to score against this Paris Saint-Germain, who concede a lot. PSG, of course, too, is able to score. I choose both teams to score, odds 1.60.
Is there something strange in the dressing room of PSG? Is the board already nervous with the situation?
No, the board defend Luis Enrique, except some trouble with Dembélé a few weeks ago. We don't have that perception now. The average of points in Champions League is really bad. It's probably the worst average of point since Qatari owner is in Paris. He must improve that, and he must try to stop to lose point in Ligue 1. Now, when they're played away, except the game in Angers, but Angers is the worst local team, and in Marseille, where they won, yes, but in a special context because they play with one play more during 70 minutes. They lose in Arsenal, lose in Bayern, and draw in Nice. Now, fans want a reaction, and the game in Auxerre must to be the game, a special game for Luis Enrique to win again away.
Well, a lot of pressure for Luis Enrique, especially, of course, in the Champions League, where they must win in the next game against Salzburg. Next games on Saturday, Monaco. Toulouse. Monaco lost in the last game of the previous weekend against Olympique Marseille. They took the lead. They are very strong away, but they ended up losing. It's back-to-back defeats for Monaco because they also lost surprisingly at home against Benfica, and we know that they could be a little bit shaky. Alain, at home this season, they lost to Angers and drew with Lille recently, whereas Toulouse could be very dangerous. 4 wins in the last 5 games.
It can be. It can be. Now the question is, Toulouse, where is the identity of Toulouse when they played away? It's true, they won in Rennes, they won in Montpellier, but before that, they suffer a lot because they don't catch any victory. And their one against Montpellier was in crisis, and with Attaquant on the bench, and it was the worst version of Montpellier. And in Rennes, it was one of the last games of Stéphane on the bench. In Paris, in Lille, in Brest, we saw the worst version of Toulouse. Now, against Monaco will be upset because Monaco against Benfica and against Marseille, they lose both games, but probably they deserve to catch more points because maybe in Marseille we don't saw the best version of Monaco. They have a good second half, but in the first half Marseille was better. Against Benfica, it was a really strange game because in the first half and until the minute 70, Monaco was winning against Benfica, and Benfica scored 2 goals in the last 5 minutes, and I think it's an accident. Maybe that one is when do you have a lot of young player in the squad, you have some problem to manage the results. This season we have 1 times during the season they lose 2 games consecutive. And after that, they had a really strong reaction when they won in Bologna. Now against Toulouse, I think is a good occasion for Monaco to win another time a game at home. The odds are interesting, and I see Monaco is better than Toulouse. Monaco winning odds 1.77.
We stay nearby. We go to the Allianz Riviera in Nice, Nice Le Havre. Nice in a bad situation. Back-to-back defeats, heavy defeats against Lyon 4-1, against Rangers 1-4. We didn't expect that as well. It's only one win in the last 5 games. But Le Havre, they are in relegation spots after the defeat against Angers.
Yes. Now Nice is an hospital. It's not a football team with 10 players injured. Now has some trouble to build this team and to have a competitive team in Europa League and in Ligue 1. We saw that in Lyon. We saw that against Rangers at home, and 4 goals conceded the average, and only 1 score. Now Le Havre, when they played away, they catch better results. If you check the victory in Saint-Etienne, the victory in Nantes, show Le Havre feel more comfortable when they played away than when they played at home. Now Nice is in a bad situation. He has a lot of problem with the injured player. It's difficult to change that atmosphere, because Nice we have a lot of passion, and when the things start to go bad, we saw Nice have some trouble and give his worst version. We saw that in the last season, and that one is one of the most dangerous games to predict, because the odds are not so high for Nice victory, and Le Havre, when they play away, they feel really comfortable. For that reason, I choose one of the surprise about this week. Le Havre double opportunity, odds 2.68.
Okay, double opportunity for Le Havre. The odds are really high, 2.68. This would be a massive surprise. Next game, also on Saturday, Angers-Lyon. Good odds, I would say, to back Lyon is around 1.7. They are in great form despite the financial problems that we've been talking about, but it's 4-1 against Nice, with Lacazette scoring a hat-trick, also beat comfortably in the Europa League 𝗂𝗏𝗃, so it's basically the opposite as Nice. And Angers, Alain, 3 wins in the last 5 games, the last one against Le Havre. They are now outside the relegation spots, when just 1 month ago they seemed doomed.
Yes, but they still feel really comfortable when they're played away. You check the point, 13 point, 9 point away, 9 point away, only 4 when they played at home, and is the worst local team. Nobody have less point than Angers when they played at home. Lyon, the squad give a really good message to the board, to the Ligue 1, to the Europa League. In the last 2 games, we saw a rebel attitude in Lyon, and it's a good news. It's a good news because normally when do you have that type of problem, team can be depressed, but Lyon is rebel, and 4 goal average against Nice, against 𝗂𝗏𝗃. In Angers, I think is really favorite, and I choose Lyon winning. Odds are interesting, 1.72.
Games on Sunday. Lens Montpellier is the first one. Montpellier is still the worst team in this league and bottom of the table, but they got a surprising draw against Lille. Away from home is 0 points and only 3 goals scored. Lens, as we know, they are better at home, even if they are not getting the results they expected, but they grabbed themselves a good win against Reims. The odds are so low, Alain, for Lens to win. It's only 1.3.
Yes, because the stats of Montpellier away are a drama. 0 point. 0 point for the team of Gasset. Now Gasset, when since he came back in Ligue 1, is working really well. First, 2 games at home, 4 points in 2 games at home. That one is a good news for Montpellier, because their one against Brest and their draw against Lille, against Champions League team. That one, I think, is a strong meaning for Montpellier. Now they must start to catch point away, and loss at home this season is not the best loss. We saw in the last game at home, in the last 5, they won only 1 against Nantes, and their draw against Lyon, their draw against Nice, their lose against Marseille, against Lille. Is true, they're a team better than Montpellier right now. But warning with Montpellier, because I think Montpellier is able to catch point. Montpellier, the statistics said you can't do a season without point away. Montpellier, one day there will be start to do point away, and in my opinion, it can be another surprise of the week, that Montpellier catch point in Lens, double opportunity too for Montpellier, odds 3.40.
Okay, Alain is going for a lot of surprises in this match day. Let's see if you see a surprise in Nantes Rennes. The odds are very high for both outcomes. We saw Sampaoli winning his first game as a Rennes manager, 5-0 at home against Saint-Etienne. Rennes needed to bounce back after 3 consecutive defeats. And Nantes, Alain, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, it was the huge surprise of the season, because they are in crisis. They are penultimate in the standings, but they were able to grab a draw from the Parc des Princes.
Yes, it was difficult to imagine not catch point in Paris. We catch the odds because we predict 2 goals in the first half, and they score 2 goals in the first half. Now, Nantes Rennes is a derby. Is always a special game. Not in the last season, in the last 5 games, there won only 1 time against Rennes. Last 3 games, Rennes won in Nantes, in spite of the bad average of point away in the last 3 seasons for Stade Rennais. And Stade Rennais against Saint-Etienne is a strange game, in the sense of Stade Rennais won 5-0. Yes, but Saint-Etienne have a player sent off after 37 minutes. And after 37 minutes, the score was 0-0. And after that, Rennes show and make understand to the people don't believe about the offensive potential, is a team with a lot of talent. And Sampaoli, before the game, call his offensive player, call Kalimuendo, call Gouiri, call Blas, and both players scored the 5 goals. 3 goals for Kalimuendo, 1 goal for Gouiri, and 1 goal for Blas. And that one is the job about Sampaoli. Create a system, an ecological system, to give some freedom to this player, because this player in Ligue 1 are the player can be make the decision against every team in Ligue 1. I include Paris Saint-Germain, and in Nantes it will be interesting to see if this player can make the difference in the derby. Nantes at home this season is a totally drama, because they won only against Auxerre 1 game, and they catch 2 draw, but against Nice, against Saint-Etienne, they lose against Le Havre, they lose against Reims. Loss at home is one of the worst teams when they played at home. That one in the content and in the point, only Angers are worst. I choose Stade Rennais winning X, no bet, odds 1.72.
Okay, draw no bet. In case there is a draw, you get your money back. The odds are very high for Rennes to win because away from home, they are suffering this season, but they should improve. They had only taken 1 point when they play away from Rawson Park. Next game, Strasbourg-Reims. Strasbourg in a bad situation, 4 consecutive defeats, only 1 point above relegation. And Reims, Alain, is one of these teams, very difficult to read. They are in mid-table. And in the last 3 games, they got all the outcomes. They lost to Lens, they drew with Lyon, and they beat Le Havre.
Yes, it's one of the most difficult team to predict. Now, Strasbourg is one of the team with the average of goal, the highest average of goal when they play this season. They concede a lot. Is one of the worst defense of Ligue, but they score and they have a really good average. They scored the same number of goals of Monaco is third. They score more than Lille, who is fourth. After 4 defeats consecutive for Strasbourg. Only maybe the game in Saint-Etienne we can be a little disappointed because after Monaco, Nice and Brest are European team. But the defense, they concede so much. They concede so much in the last 4 games. They received so many goals. Reims is a team feel really comfortable when they play in transition. Strasbourg concede a lot of space, especially when they play at home. Really strong offensive mentality, and yes, Reims is offensive team too. Reims feel comfortable when they can attack the space. We saw that in Le Havre when they won 3-0. Lens was able to quit the space behind the line of the defense and they won in Reims. But Strasbourg has a lot of problem to do that. And for that reason, I see Strasbourg score, Reims score, and for that I choose over 2.75 goals, odds 2.02.
All right, goals for this game. And the next one, last one, is Saint-Etienne Olympique Marseille. We have Saint-Etienne only 1 point above the relegation zone, but they are competitive only when they are playing at home. It's 4 wins in the last 5 games at home, only losing to Lens. And we have Olympique Marseille, as we always say, Alain, this is the best away team in the league. 6 wins and only 1 defeat in Strasbourg. And finally, as you said in the beginning of the video, they were able to win at the 𝐬𝗲𝗿𝗀𝗀, and it was a great win because they were playing the derby against Monaco. The bookies still back. Olympique Marseille now second in the standings.
Saint-Etienne is a big mystery. It's a big mystery because you catch Saint-Etienne away is the worst defense in Ligue. Saint-Etienne at home is the best defense in Ligue. Who is the identity? Where is the problem? Where is the problem when they played away? Where is the solution when they played at home? And that one, there must to find quickly a solution because this team don't must to suffer so much. When they played at home, we saw a really good version or a serious version, a formal team, a team known to 1-0. You catch the game against Montpellier, against Strasbourg, against Auxerre, against Lille, 4 games, only 1 goal received. And now what happened when they played away is true. When they play in Nice, when they play in Rennes, they received 13 goals in 2 games. They suffer ascent of player like Cafaro the last weekend in Rennes, but Dall'Olio must to find a solution when they played away. Now, Saint-Etienne Marseille is always a big game. It's always a big game because both teams are passionate fans, and is always a good ambient, a good atmosphere. Marseille away, very good. Is the best team in Ligue 1. They won in field really difficult. like in Brest at the beginning of the season, in Lyon, in Lens. The list is large. Now Marseille must have found some continuity because you can't lose point against Auxerre at home or against Strasbourg, against Angers. Marseille must to go back to Champions League is the objective, clearly, because the team is very good. In my opinion, is the second team after PSG. Is the best team in Ligue 1 for the squad. The mix experience and talent, young player. But now he misses continuity, and in Saint-Etienne, it will be a good test to know, to understand when Marseille must to don't found some space, and when there must to attack and in positional attack. And in my opinion, Marseille is really favorites. The odds are generous for his victory, and for that reason, I choose Marseille winning odds 1.72.
There you go, Alain, another match day in Ligue 1. Thanks for your tips. Remember that we are starting a new month, December, so another chance to participate in our tipster competitions, the monthly one now in December, and grab some cash prizes, but also, of course, we have yearly one, and we have Premier League or NFL or NBA, a lot of options, and as well, now you can create your own tipsters leagues with your friends, so you can challenge your friends and know who is the best. I'm sure, Alain, if you create your rivals with your friends, you will be on top and you will be the best one with your friends. Just in case someone wants a safe bet in this match day, Alain, which one would be?
Saint-Etienne Marseille over 1.75 goals, odds 1.27.
And the ACCA?
Monaco Toulouse, Monaco winning. Strasbourg Reims over 2.75 goals, Marseille winning for a total 6.14.
All right, Alain Valnegri, thank you very much. Thanks all for watching. See you very soon. Bye-bye.